Okay, yeah, so I know a lot of you guys are struggling with like cutting your hair, but let me tell you something. If after you wash it or protein treat it or wrap it or whatever, and your hair does not have body, it does not allow it to move or be versatile, that is those dead ends that is weighing your hair down. Okay, I'm telling you now, it will grow back. It will grow back. Consistency is key. It will definitely grow back. I cut, what's today? Today is July 2nd. um I'm gonna say probably like 3 weeks ago, I cut about 2.5 inches of dead ends off, right? Um, and the growth has been amazing. Not only is it growing really well, um, but it is super, super healthy, right? Super, super healthy. If you guys are noticing like um, a lot of hair shedding when you wash it or when you go, whatever you do, whatever to it, I encourage you to not only trim your ends but also do protein treatments, and also look into like herbal oils. I use almond oil and almond powder in my hair often. My hair gets dry all the time. We live in Colorado. It's extremely dry here. But don't be listening to people when they say, oh, don't use butters for your hair, don't use oils for your hair, whatever. Do what works for your hair. Your hair is not going to be exact to somebody else's hair. It's not going to be like um, the people that is making these videos saying your hair is your hair, right? You should know your hair. I'm 40 years old. I know my hair at this point. If your hair is, lacking moisture or it's too oily or whatever, research hair products, research natural hair oils and things like that for your hair. Like, come on, guys, y'all too old. Y'all too old not to know how to look up things that is going to work for you. Stop trying to follow trends. Stop trying to salvage the hair. If you did a deep condition or protein treatment and your pattern is not reversing back to its normal state, cut that shit off. Cut that shit off. Cut that shit off. Okay, because it's not going to do anything but keep on breaking off up the hair shaft. Cut that shit off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Quit trying to salvage that dead ass, dry ass, brittle ass hair. Cut that shit off and start over. Okay? And no one is saying you gotta do a big chop. If your hair doesn't require a big chop, don't do a big chop. If you're scared of doing a big chop, cut off so much at a time and then try to salvage what you didn't cut. But ultimately, you need to start somewhere. Stop trying to hold on to that dead ass fucking hair. Okay? Okay. As black women, I'm telling y'all, stop trying to save that dead ass hair. Do deep conditions. Do protective styles. Moisturize your hair, whatever that looks like for you. Constantly use water-based leave-in conditioners. Do what works for your hair, but cut off that dead ass fucking hair, bro. Y'all keep trying to hang on to. Listen, let that shit burn like that shit, bro. Cut that fucking hair off. Cut it off. Okay? It's not gonna do you no good walking around with them ends you can't even curl, you can't flatten, you can't do nothing with, because they are dead. They are dead. They are dead. Cut that shit off.